Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a video, show you guys how to lube, show you the differences maybe between the pre-lube switches and the post-lube switches. We have a Xylent 62 gram, these are Zelio 62 gram, cherry gray, and just more Xylents, more Zeals. So one of the things I noticed about Xylents when I first got them is that they're pretty scratchy out of the box. Not a really a pleasant noise typing on. Luckily, lube does fix that pretty easily. So this is my little tool. I think I got it off of, I don't even know. I'll try to find a link and post it in the description. Makes opening up the switch housing a lot easier. So if you have a tool like that, it'll make this go a lot quicker. So you'll just want to do it like this. It's gonna be hard at this angle. This is the most frustrating part of lubing switches. So you just pull it apart like that. Now you got the switch apart. Nice and easy. So with lubing, the key is less is more. You don't want a ton of lube. It'll get really just smushy. It's not gonna be pleasant. It's gonna sound weird. It's not gonna feel good. So you'll wanna get a little brush like this. I just got it at a craft store, so real thin brush. The lube I'm using is Krytox lube. I got it off of Zeal's website, Zeal PC. So where I like to lube is right on the sliders. Just get a little tiny dab on the sliders. So it's basically you just touch it one time. You get a little drop on there, and once you get it back into the housing, that's gonna it's gonna basically cover the whole slider, and you get the bottom. The other part that I lube is the spring, so I use a little bit more on the spring. I like to cover the whole bottom of it. This helps with the little pinging noise that Zeals have sometimes, so I do that part. I just throw it into the housing. That's the bottom. And then just lube up the top part, get it covered up around the top, get around on the inside a little bit. And then you toss back in the slider. And you're good. Once you have that lubed up, you've already lubed your first switch. You go ahead and just push the housing back together. And you can hear almost immediately that scratchy noise is completely gone. It's almost silent typing right here, and I'm gonna throw it in this. This is a Rama M6A. I'll throw it in that housing so you can hear the difference between the two Xylents. So this the PCB with this M6A is hot swappable, so you literally just throw it in there. So this one right here is the unlubed one. This is the lubed one. I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear the difference, but you can definitely, it's audible and it feels slightly different. It's not scratchy when you're pressing it down. It just kind of, you feel the bump, and that's about it. So it's gonna be pretty much the same with all cherry housing switches. I'll do one more just so you can see. Really, having one of these tools is almost a must. It makes the whole process go so much faster. So you don't use a ton of force, just kind of press. You're gonna see it or feel it come apart a little bit, and then you just grab the bottom housing and then pull away. Then you got that apart. It's pretty easy. Then you just do this about 100 times, and you got a whole keyboard lubed up. Let's get a little bit of lube on your paintbrush. I kind of just douse the whole thing, and then I dab it around until I need to reapply. Do the spring first. Makes it easier. It doesn't actually matter, but you put the bottom of the spring in the housing. That way you don't get lube everywhere on your fingers and stuff. Just lube up the top. Get it nice and covered. Get rid of that pinging noise. Set that down. Grab the housing. And just a little tiny dab I'm gonna put on there. So you can see that it's wet, but you don't have an excess. There's not like a big old glob there. You can just see that there's lube on it, and then it's a little covered. So you put it back on there, take the housing, and then just make sure the spring is in there, and then you're good. Yep, that's all you gotta do.